Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I am very excited to be coming at you guys with my updated Dark Magician deck profile. And it's not going to be any Dark Magician deck profile, it's a Dark Magician deck profile with its full support. Like this deck, it's finally full powered because of the release of Apprentice Illusion Magician. We all have been waiting for this card. She looks absolutely gorgeous, and ever since I heard that this card was coming out in the Shonen Jump special, I immediately ordered 3 Shonen Jump specials. I didn't care how much it was. I just needed to get my hands on Apprentice Illusion Magicians for you guys. And you guys have been asking me for the deck list of this deck ever since I showcased you guys duel videos with this deck. And I told you guys that I will be doing the complete deck profile once she's out. And you know what? Yu-Gi-Oh gods answer my prayers. And this card came in the mail this week in the Shonen Jump promo package. So if you guys want to check out the opening, it is on my channel. So make sure you guys check that out. And I'll be explaining to you guys, some of my card choices and the reasons why I play them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. So alright guys, by the way, if you guys want to have a chance to win your masterpiece and VFD playmat, my contest is still going on. I believe that you guys have about 2-3 more days to enter the contest. So for those of you who haven't not yet entered the contest, make sure you guys enter the contest. It's absolutely free, and the link is in the description box below. And if you guys smash the video with 1,000+ likes for more Dark Magician deck profiles and duel videos, make sure you guys smash this video with a huge thumbs up. So without further ado, let's just start with the profile. Alright you guys, start up with the monsters, very standard off. Triple Mago Negro, okay? Mago Negro, right? A lot of you guys have been saying that I've been pronouncing the name wrong. It's not Magro Negro, it's Mago Negro. I believe that's how you pronounce it, and that means Black Magician in Spanish and Portuguese. So Triple Mago Negro, and you guys all know that I cannot play this deck without Mago Negro. So of course, Triple Dark Magician, very standard. And now since the release of Apprentice Illusion Magician, you only play double copies of Magician of Dark Illusion, and this card is still very good in the deck, and it's able to still trigger off your Dark Magical Circle, which is very important. And of course, your best monster in the deck, aside from Dark Magician, of course, is Triple Magician's Rod. He's really amazing. Searches out all your Dark Magician spawn trap card from your deck to your hand, which is really good. And of course, you want to see Circle as quickly as possible, and Magician's Rod also gets you there. Next off, the 3 cards you guys have all been waiting for. Triple Apprentice Illusion Magician. First off, she looks absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness. She's like the miniature version Dark Magician girl, and she literally completes the deck. If you guys love her, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button right now, okay? If you guys do not know what Apprentice Illusion Magician effect is, that if you can special summon this card from your hand by discarding 1 card, any card, if this card is normal summon or special summon, okay, you can add 1 Dark Magician from your deck to your hand. So this card instantly kind of replaces Illusion Magic, okay? As long as she's normal summon or special summon, boom, instant search of Dark Magician from your deck to your hand. Very important. During damage calculation in either player's turn, if your other Dark Spellcaster type monster battles an opponent monster, you can send this card from your hand or face up from the field to the graveyard. That monster you control gains 2,000 attack and defense during the damage calculation only. So it is essentially a Kalute the Moon Shadow or an Honest for Dark Magicians, which is really powerful. This effect is really similar on how you play Whiptail in Zodiacs, and you guys don't know how Whiptail works in Zodiacs. What you do is that let's say you have another Zodiac Xyz monster and you have a Whiptail, you attack with Whiptail first for 1,200 damage, then you activate Whiptail's effect to equip to the Zodiac monster to deal more damage. And it's essentially the same thing. So if let's say that you have Apprentice Illusion Magician on the field with Dark Magician, what you can do is you attack for 2,000 with Apprentice Illusion Magician, then activate Apprentice Illusion Magician's effect when Dark Magician is attacking to send this card from your field to the graveyard to make sure that Dark Magician becomes 4,500 attack, which is really huge. And the good thing about her effect is that she can stack, okay? So let's say you have triple copies of Apprentice Illusion Magician in your hand and your Dark Magician is attacking, okay? You can essentially ditch 3 copies of Apprentice Illusion Magician to the graveyard to make Dark Magician gain 6,000 attack if you're in that type of situation. But overall, that's just an example on how you can utilize Apprentice Illusion Magician. She's a really good card, especially in damage calculation. Being able to gain the attack boost is just very, very powerful. And she legit makes sure that your Magician Navigations is never dead. You're always going to have Dark Magician in your hand once you see 1 copy of Apprentice Illusion Magician. She's also a level 6 monster, which gives you access into more extra decks options, especially going to your rank 6 plays. To round off the monsters, last but not least, you want to play with the 1 copy of Maxi. Card is the best monster in the game right now, and that's pretty much it for the monsters. Next off to the spells, you want to play Triple Dark Magical Circle. This card is essentially one of the best spell cards in the deck, and being able just to banish and interrupt a lot of plays during your opponent's turn and also during your turn is very amazing. So standard, triple dark magical circle, one illusion magic. This card is your dark magician searcher. Tribute one spellcaster monster, adds 2 dark magician monster from your either your deck or your graveyard back into your hand. And since the release of Apprentice Illusion Magician, you only need to play 1 copy of Illusion Magic. 1 dark magic attack, really good. Searchable, heavy storm for dark magician is always nice, and 1 dark magic inheritance, really amazing card as well. Being able to banish 2 spell cards in your graveyard that means nothing to you, to be able to get to search out Eternal Soul, Magician Navigation, and things like that from your deck to your hand is just very powerful. And that's pretty much it for your dark magician spell cards of the deck. Next, you want to play for draw power. You want to play triple Lure Darkness. Double Pot of Duality, really powerful card. Helps you see 3 cards deep in your deck to see the combo pieces that you need, which is really amazing. And double Forbidden Chalice, similar to like my last previous updated deck profile. Chalice is still a really good card for the next upcoming format, especially against Zodiacs and also against Masterpiece that's unaffected by monsters and traps. So that way you can activate Forbidden Chalice to just easily negate the Masterpiece destruction effect, which is really awesome. So double Forbidden Chalice, but mainly Chalice is really good against the Zoo matchup. And last but not least, you want to play the 1 Upstart Goblin to make this card a 39 card deck. This deck is already very consistent, and making this deck a 39 card deck makes it even more consistent. And also Upstart is really good in the deck is because that way that if you open up Upstart and of course Dark Magical Inheritance, what you can do is that you can activate Upstart, and Upstart is essentially a free spell card to banish from your graveyard for Dark Magical Inheritance. So Upstart is pretty good in the deck. For traps, you want to play triple Eternal Soul, Monster Reborn for Dark Magician, triple Magician Navigation. This card is very powerful, and since the release of Apprentice Illusion Magician, this card becomes even better. Special 1 Dark Magician from your hand, then special 1 level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster type monster from your deck. So now you can have access into Apprentice Illusion Magician straight from your deck. And when you guys all know, once Apprentice Illusion Magician is summoned, she gets to search a Dark Magician from your deck to your hand, which is really awesome. So now being able to have access to her directly from the deck with Magician Navigation to basically add more resources to your hand is just very, very powerful. So Magician Navigation is always great. And also do not forget a secondary effect where if you control a Dark Magician monster on the field, you can banish card from the graveyard to negate a spell and trap card your opponent activates, and its effect is not once per turn. So if you have multiple copies of this card in the graveyard, this card is very, very useful. And this is the new addition to the deck, and I believe that this card is very strong, is double Dark Renewal. This card is really, really amazing. And if you guys do not know what Dark Renewal's effect is, that if your opponent normal summon or special summon a monster while you control a spellcaster type monster, you can send that monster to the graveyard and also send a spellcaster type monster to the graveyard. Then you get a special summon, a spellcaster monster directly from your graveyard or from your deck. Sorry that I do not have any English copies of Dunko Iru. I'm not even gonna pronounce this card, but it's called Dark Renewal, and I have this in German. So I'm very sorry if I don't have the English copy of this card, but that's essentially the effect. And I'll showcase you guys some combos with this card later on throughout the end of the video on why this card is just very powerful. Next off, Double Mirror Force, very strong card in the next upcoming format, especially during the battle phase, and it punishes a lot of players that basically overextend the board. 1 skill drain, still a really good card. And Apprentice Illusion Magician's secondary effect does not really get hurt by skill drain because her effect is just so versatile. You can either activate it when she's face up on the field or while she's in your hand to give your Dark Magician an attack boost. So skill drain does not hurt this deck at all. So 1 skill drain, and last but not least, you want to play the Solemn Brigade, double strike, and 1 Solemn Warning to round off our traps. And that's pretty much it for the main deck. Let's go off to the extra deck. For the extra deck, nothing has changed too much. Double Ebon Illusion, 1 Ebon High, double Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, really good card. Double Big Eye. Big Eye is one of my favorite extra deck cards. I actually might want to play triple copies of Big Eye, of how powerful it is, and it's so relevant that you actually go into it the most in this deck, which is crazy. 1 Draco Sack, 1 number 28 Titanic Both. This card can easily OTK your opponent, which is really strong. And if you already have 2 Dark Magicians on the field and Eternal Soul, what you can do is that overlay for this card, attack your opponent, directly, and then you can activate Eternal Soul to revive back the Dark Magician that was attached to it, because you're going to be activating Titanic Both's effect to attach an Xyz material. Once it does that direct damage, it deals 500 damage to your opponent's life points for each card in their hand. So that way that you can do extra damage, especially while having Eternal Soul on the field. You can revive back the detached Dark Magician that you detach from Titanic Moth, which is really awesome. So yeah, 1 Gyro Charger, really nice. 1 Constellar, predominantly M7. 1 Norito, 1, of course, Utopia Beyond. And last but not least, the 1 Phantom Knights of Breaksword. Breaksword, you can easily make it with 2 rods. The good thing about Apprentice Illusion Magician is that she gives you access into rank 6 XC's play, which is very powerful. So you have access to Beyond Full TKs, Naruto for negating spell and trap cards that try to hit your Eternal Soul, and also M7 can also potentially help you OTK by bouncing monsters from their field back to the hand, which is really awesome. So that's pretty much it for the extra deck. Let's go off into the side deck. Guys, side deck is all up to personal preference, but this is so far what I have for the side. One Regeki, double Dark Hole, triple Dimensional Barrier for Zoo matchups, especially going first, double Unending Nightmare, which is really amazing, especially against the Pendulum matchup. Pendulums are going to be very popular in the next upcoming ban list because of the full power that they have now. Triple Ash Blossom, really good card. Be able to negate any search card is just really amazing. Negating cards like Pendulum Call is actually really good. Double Drone Lockbird, really amazing card. Literally stuns True Draco for a turn. And last but not least, double Gamma Seed, the Sea Turtle Kaiju. You guys should definitely play Radiant because you're playing triple Allure in the deck. So if I had Radiant, I would definitely be replacing Gamma Seal for Radiant. So that's pretty much it for the side deck, guys. Let's go off to the strategy that I was talking about earlier on with Dark Renewal. Before, the problem with Dark Magician that they had is not seeing Dark Magician in your hand to trigger off your Magician's Navigation, but since the release of Apprentice Illum Magician, you basically do not have that problem anymore, and Magician's Navigation is always going to be live once you see an Apprentice Illusion Magician, and that's why Dark Renewal is just so good. So what you can do with this opening hand is that if you have these two cards in hand, you can normal summon a Rod, and then if you don't have a Navigation already, you search the Navigation. Set the Dark Renewal, and you set the Navigation, and then pass. Okay, and then what you do is that when your opponent normal summons a monster, you can activate, what is it called? Dark Renewal's effect to send Rod to the graveyard, and the monster your opponent normal summons to special summon an Apprentice Illusion monster from your deck. Yeah, and then you can special summon one Dark Spellcaster monster from your deck, and you're gonna special summon an Apprentice Illusion Magician since he's dark. And then once she's special summoned, you get to add a Dark Magician from your deck to your hand. And now what happened is that Magician's Navigation is live. So if you do not see Dark Magician in your first opening hand, it is okay because you always have access to her, especially if you open up Dark Renewal, which is really amazing. So that's another cool play that you guys can utilize Dark Renewal. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and this is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 Customized.